So we have some news. They have listened to us about one thing, which is Sharon Moore has made the decision to fire JB Brown, get out of here after just a string of completely mind-numbing decisions all year on special teams. And now Michigan again goes to the Buckeye well to hire Kerry Coombs as the new special teams coordinator. And my initial thought is great, because it's not defense. Like, I don't like he's a bad DC, but guess what? I don't hate this, because sometimes it takes like a position like I know that at special teams he has at least helped teams stay the course. He's helped some teams go up. At least, like, I do believe that this is an improvement over what we had. That's like saying a kick in the nuts is better than jumping into hot lava, but it is better than what we had. I think we can all agree on that.
Okay. All right. So what I think this is an interesting hire. Okay. I think what's very interesting about it is, and I think I'll be honest too, though. I think it's a risky hire. I think it's a high ceiling, low floor type hire. And I'll give you an example. It's very clear this is a recruiting hire. It's very clear that's what this is about. So I find it interesting. Sharon Moore is still, and forgive me, I'm sick, so forgive me, audience. But yeah, I think it's interesting that Sharon Moore is still attacking. Like, let's just call it what it is. Kerry Coombs is an elephant hunter. Like, if anyone looks at what Kerry Coombs has been able to do the last 15 years, we're talking 5 stars. We're talking top 10 players. We're talking top 50 players. We're talking elephants. Like, he's a whale hunter. Okay. He's an elephant hunter, a whale hunter. He's everything you would think he is. He also has extremely good pipelines within the Detroit and Michigan area, as well as the Ohio area. That is what this is. Let's just call it's not because he's a great special teams coach. Although, yes, I know I am always sick, beats and treats. You know what? I'll get into it later. I'm pissed about it, to be honest with you. But shit, beats and treats took me off my path. Hold on, I'll get it.
Recruiter.
Okay, I got it.
5 stars.
Under Urban Meyer, he did do pretty well under special teams. He also is a decent defensive backs coach. I fully anticipate he's going to help Lamar Morgan on the back end. But special teams is dog shit at Cincinnati. Can we just call it what it is? Garbage. I mean, I have the numbers, John. Do you know? Are you aware of the numbers?
Let's hear it.
Okay, his punting, his last season at Cincinnati was in 2024. His punting was ranked 61st in the nation. Do you want to know what Michigan was ranked?
100th.
73rd. It felt like 100. It felt like 100.
It felt like it.
Punt return at Cincinnati. Okay, this is yards returned per return. Michigan was 127. Cincinnati was 113. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Punt coverage. Michigan in 2025 was ranked 42nd. Cincinnati was ranked, and this is again his last year at Cincinnati, 69th.
Nice.
Off returns. Michigan, this is sad. Shout out to Samaj Morgan. Kick returns. Michigan was ranked 125. Cincinnati 61st. So there is improvement. Kickoff coverage. Michigan ranked 46th. Cincinnati ranked 72nd. Okay. This is pretty interesting. And actually, I'm not going to do that. It's extra points. I mean, they missed 2 and they're ranked 121. But field goals, which I think does matter, especially when we look at what happened this year.
Yep.
They were ranked 75th. Michigan was ranked 110. Let's just call it what it is. Not elite. Not. I'll be real with you. I will be very honest. Our special teams may get maybe a little better, maybe a little worse. I don't know, dude. Because it's not like we have now. Granted, Brady Marchese might be our punt returner next year, which he's a speed demon. But yeah, I don't know. The reality is the reason for this move is not even for special teams. The reason for this move is for recruiting and defensive back help. And that's what he'll do. He'll help Lamar Morgan on the back. Now, that hasn't been confirmed. I'm assuming that will happen. I think he has a very long history of defensive back coaching. So it's an interesting hire in terms of recruiting. It's a plus hire in terms of actual coaching on the field, special teams wise. To be determined, boys. To be determined.
Yeah,
and I think. Let me just. I'm sorry. Go on. After the topic, I'll give an update.
Well, I think that I think our special teams go up a smidge at least. I think it's hard to get worse, right? It's hard to fathom that Coombs would have kept Samaj Morgan out there.
That's fair.
For 10 games at punt return.
You would think so.
I think it would have moved to Marsh earlier, in my opinion. I think I think at personnel management, I think he'll be better. Keep in mind, Cincinnati is not exactly world beaters when it comes to recruiting and when it comes to all the aspects that go into special. So we got to look at those stats a bit with a grain of salt.
Well, let me say this though, and these are numbers I don't have in front of me. But when he first got there, he was there for 3 years. They regressed from the year 1 to year 3. Okay, so I should have those numbers here, so I apologize. If I can find them quickly, I will bring them up. But yeah, it's I'll just say I have more to be desired in terms of special team coaching. And I'll be honest with you. All right, let me just give you my honest opinion. This will benefit us in recruiting. I am concerned Sharon Moore is missing the boat. I am concerned Sharon Moore. Are we going to discuss more about the coaching hires or no, John?
Yes.
All right, then I will go in more then. Okay.
Yes. So let's actually get to the one potential other change that Sharon has indicated. May happen, and that's a quarterbacks coach for Bryce Underwood. And the way that that's being reported in places is Sharon Moore is looking to hire a quarterback coach for Bryce Underwood, which sounds comical. But because actually Chip Lindsey has been partially quarterback coach, we had Synagoga in there. There are others that work with Bryce Underwood. We've also called all along for a dedicated quarterback coach that knows what they're doing. So I don't hate this idea, and I believe it was Chris Ballas who asked that, and people were asking in the boards like, hey, can you ask this question about quarterback coach? He said yes, and then there's the question. So I'm happy about that. And I have a few names I wanted to toss out at you, TJ. Yeah. And the first is a guy named Brandon Streeter. I know everybody immediately jumps to the Michigan guys. Brandon Streeter worked with some of the top quarterbacks at Clemson, right? Trevor Lawrence, Deshaun Watson. He also worked with DJU, who eventually, he had some success, right, at places. But those first two won national titles. I feel like if he's put in as a dedicated quarterback coach, that may be a really good option. And then for fun, we have Devin Gardner and Chad Henne, both Michigan men, former quarterbacks who, on the one hand, has I think one of the best podcasts going on YouTube right now, the Blueprint. And then Chad Henne, obviously, a very, very successful quarterback for Michigan. So thoughts on those? Any that you would want to throw in there? In addition, who do you think they should be going after?
So personally, I feel like we keep recycling. Now, I will say, shout out to you for giving it a new name. We keep recycling the same names. And Devin Gardner has said he does not want to be a quarterback coach. Okay, there we go. Michigander actually just said that. So Michigander just pointed to this. Yeah, he is. Okay. I don't know. He doesn't want to. So, I actually read it. I was telling you before the show, John. I read a name, and my bad again for being sick. But dude, fucking, it was a great name, and I don't remember it. But
Teddy Bridgewater is another one.
That was fucking it. That was Teddy Bridgewater. That was fucking it. Dude, Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater is, in my opinion, the exact person it needs to be. Teddy Bridgewater is who they need to get. Teddy Bridgewater was a high school coach and brought his team to a national title, but he also mentored a lot of Lions players and Jameson Williams. And he says, why not Tom Brady? Well, Tom Brady's busy. Okay.
He's got a $300 million contract, y'all. He
owns the Oakland Raiders. He owns a soccer team in Europe. He does a bunch of shit. I assure you, he's busy. He may be available on a Saturday one day, but he's busy.
Yeah. He'll pump up the team for a Saturday. Yeah.
Teddy Bridgewater was the name that I read. And dude, I think that is the perfect, because he can dual threat. He's had the highs, he's had the lows. People might not remember, but before Teddy Bridgewater had that knee injury, he was looking really good, man. But so that's my pick, is Teddy Bridgewater. So shout out to Goats and Shows for that one.